Good evening, Brazos Valley, and thanks for joining KAGS News at 10. I'm Sarah Wilson. We start tonight's show with the results of the investigation into the botched hiring of Kathleen McElroy. And KAGS' Jordan Adams has been covering the story every step of the way and joins us live in studio with more. Jordan?
Sarah, the Office of General Counsel has completed its internal review of the failed hiring of Dr. Kathleen McElroy with over 100 pages of related documentation, relevant communication, and interviews with principal parties. Here are the three most important points that you should know from the investigation. First, the entire purpose of revamping the journalism department at the university was to produce high-quality Aggie journalists with conservative values, according to Board of Regents member Jay Graham. Second, that there was direct political influence from individuals on the Board of Regents. And third, former President Banks attempted to cover up and blame others for what happened to Professor McElroy. And I sat down with a Texas A&M journalism professor today to talk about the latest bombshell to rock the department and the university as a whole. An internal investigation found numerous high-level Texas A&M University system officials, including the former president of the university, the chancellor of the university system, and members of the Board of Regents, were all involved in discussions on how to handle Professor Kathleen McElroy's job offer.
The correspondence reveals quite clearly that President Banks was a vehicle for political influence. That influence came from outside sources, was channeled through the Regents and then through her. And that process has, in effect, corrupted a normal process that's done out in the open.
Details in the report contradict former university president Catherine Banks' claims that she was unaware of any changes made by the school to weaken its offer to Dr. McElroy after individuals within the university system and outside of it criticized her hiring.
Sadly, I think things can get worse. As much as people care about this university and love it, as long as those influences are out there that are trying to dictate what this university can be according to a very rigid ideology, then this university will never become the great university that it deserves to be.
Professor Crick warns that this is just the latest example of a much larger issue in the U.S. Politicians in Florida, Virginia, and right here in the Lone Star State are turning places of secondary and higher education into the battlegrounds of culture wars.
People across the nation should not see this as a Texas A&M story. Texas A&M is a bellwether for political influence across the nation as people seek to impose ideological straitjackets upon academic institutions, and we should all see that as a threat.
And if you want to review the report and see what the internal investigation uncovered for yourself, all you have to do is head to kagstv.com right now.
Also announced today, Texas A&M has agreed to pay Dr. McElroy $1 million as part of a settlement. McElroy sent a statement directly to KAGS after the news broke earlier today, saying in part, "This matter has been resolved, but I wish I could bottle the encouragement I received from organizations, government officials, friends, and strangers. I'm moving forward. I'm excited about projects I've resumed at the University of Texas at Austin." And you can hear the full statement on kagstv.com.